Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me back again with another video as promised, talking about 12 more announcements from Gamescom opening night live that I'm excited for. So let's get right into it. First off, we got a game called Death by Scrolling. Now this is a roguelite made by the people who made the Return to Monkey Island game back in 2022. The thing that interested me the most about this is the way that it's played. It's actually because it's called Death by Scrolling, you're literally fighting a scrolling screen that's moving upwards, and you have to kind of outrun it while fighting enemies and stuff like that. Now, I'm not usually into roguelike games, but this one actually seemed pretty cool. It gave me like a, I want to say Snake vibe. Obviously, it's not the same kind of gameplay, but just the vibe of having to outrun something and not have to hit stuff because you want to get around like obstacles to keep making your way up the map. Seemed really damn cool, and I was digging the art style, honestly. Yeah, definitely want to check this one out. No release date for it at all yet, so we gotta look out for it, but it looks pretty cool to me. We even got a trailer. I think this might have just been like a commercial thing for this game Unbeatable, which I played the demo of late last year, with a release date for the game. It's going to be coming November 6th, 2025, and I'm super excited for this one because I enjoyed the gameplay of the demo. There wasn't enough gameplay in the demo for me to really get like a vibe for like if I was going to enjoy it long term, but I enjoyed the art style, and the story seemed really interesting and edgy, and having to like have music play while you're fighting bad guys popping on both sides of you. Again, it's coming out November 6th, 2025, so I would definitely keep your eyes out for that. We got a trailer for another game out of the Honor of Kings series called Honor of Kings World. Now this is a completely different take on the game, where it's usually a MOBA game. This actually is a action RPG, and it looks super cool. No release date. It's supposed to be coming out this year, I believe. I was a little bit off put at first. I was like, fuck, is this gonna be another like gacha, like Genshin style game? But when they started showing the gameplay, I was like, you know, I might get into this. I like that art style, you know, if they can pull it off and not have to be super grindy and like I have to unlock all these characters and all that crap, I'll be all here for it. So this one I definitely popped for. We got a gameplay trailer for this game, Cinder City, being developed by NC Soft. No specific release date for it. Is coming out in 2026. This looks pretty cool. It's given some strong Division vibes as far as like the multiplayer goes, but it looks like you're fighting giant mechs, zombies. You're using helicopters. There's different like characters you're gonna get to use. I'm not sure if they're customizable or if there's like a hero style game. Vehicles. This game looks pretty well made so far. I imagine we're gonna get a beta or something like that for, or at least we should, because honestly, I'm all here for it. I definitely want a new multiplayer game to be able to get into with my buddies and just like to kill a bunch of shit in. There's not a whole lot right now, really. Everything's PvP, so I need something that's like a PvE game I can get into and really just fight some bad guys in. So this game looks sick. Keep your eyes out for it. NCSoft had yet another announcement at Gamescom opening night live for a game called Time Takers. This is like a third-person team-based shooter. It's got like time being a resource in it. It looked like as you were defeating enemies, you gained more time. I couldn't tell if it was like a battle royale game or just like a multiplayer shooter game, but the gameplay looked pretty fun, and I'm interested to see what they're doing here with the time currency. Not a lot of games are really doing that, especially in the battle royale field, but I think that would be pretty cool to see one do that, and if this is that game, I'm all here for it. We had an announcement for a game called La Divina Commedia. I had to look that up. This game is going to be developed by Giamma Games, and it's actually an action RPG, a dark fantasy action RPG that's inspired by opera of Dante Alighieri. Looks like there's some procedural extraction dungeons made in this game, so I'm assuming it's a roguelite style experience, or it's going to be one of those games that the levels are just procedurally generated so that every playthrough is a little bit different, similar to what we saw with games, I want to say like Remnant. The gameplay here looks pretty fun. I didn't see a release date or anything, but I imagine it'll come to PC and consoles at some point next year. We need another one of these games. This looks pretty cool. Hopefully there's an interesting story behind it. I just want to hear more about it. It was really exciting to see. We even got another trailer for Moonlighter 2 with the early access release date being October 23rd, 2025. I'm sure a lot of people were disappointed that we didn't get like a 1.0 release date for it, but a lot of games are doing this more and more, and with the mechanics of this game it just makes sense. But I was pretty pumped for it. And then we got a release date finally for Masquerade the Bloodlines 2 for October 21st, 2025, coming to PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox Series S and X. I've been waiting so long to get a release date for this game. We've seen so many trailers, and changes and developers and delays and everything for this game. Now we're finally getting a release date. I know there is some discourse right now though on the internet with people complaining about, I guess there's a couple factions that are locked behind DLC, or like a $22 or $23 DLC. I'll have to look more into that. Obviously that is a little bit of an issue, you know, if you're playing a game, and I imagine it's a $70 game, you better be getting everything to it. We'll see if that changes down the road. They're probably just trying to recoup the expenses of how long this game's been in development, right? So definitely check this one out. I was excited for it. If you're a big fan of the Hunt Showdown game, you're gonna like this one. It's called Project Spectrum. It's developed by the people behind Delta Force. It's a PvP/PvE game. It looks really fancy in this trailer. It actually looks really well done. I know I'm just speaking lightly on it. It looks a little bit darker, a little bit more horror focused. It looks a little bit more slimy, if I could say that. No specific release date for this one at all, but it looks pretty fucking cool. We got a new trailer for Ghost of Yotei, which we already have pretty much all the information on as to when it's coming out and stuff. But the big announcement with this one is they announced another Legends mode. Now, if you played the first one, you know that the Legends mode is pretty fucking cool, especially the fact that it was free, had its own story, raid bosses, you're playing with randos, and it's still playing really good like the single player version of the game did. Oh man, unfortunately it's not coming out when the game launches. It's coming out next year, which is like kind of shitty, but I'm still excited for them to make it, and I'm still excited to get back into that experience because it was pretty damn cool when I played it on the first one. So I'm excited to see what they do here. We even got another trailer for Resident Evil Requiem, showing some actual gameplay of the main protagonist and their parent. There's a more in-depth gameplay trailer that came after this. It looks pretty cool, honestly. I didn't think they could make the RE engine kind of look better than it already does, but it seems like they've had time to really refine that experience and make their games look and play a lot better than they did. So I would keep my eyes out for this one. I was really hoping for a demo here. That kind of bummed me out, but it is what it is. It looks pretty cool regardless. And then we got a trailer for another Black Myth game called Black Myth Zonqi. This looks pretty cool. I didn't realize that it was like a whole series. I thought we were just gonna get Black Myth Wukong and then a sequel with some different name. But hey, I'm all here for it. I mean, create your own universe, do it up, make it a notable thing. I guess my biggest interest here is how they're going to make the gameplay feel different from Black Myth Wukong. Like, are we going to be just using one weapon the whole time? What sorts of lore are we going to be dealing with this time around? Obviously, I know Game Science does a great job of making their games, because personally, I was pretty high on Black Myth Wukong. I know a lot of people didn't like the combat, but I thought it was pretty good. So I'm excited to see how they're going to refine it more in this one. Obviously, they've had time and experience with Black Myth Wukong as far as like making their games run well and learning how to use Unreal Engine to its fullest extent. So this is like another chance for them to showcase their skills as developers. So there you have it, guys. Those are another 12 games that I was really excited to see at Gamescom 2025. Again, try to keep it short. Part 1, I'll put in the link down below. And let me know what you guys were excited about from this most recent Gamescom opening night live. Hit the buttons to subscribe, follow, whatever you got to do. Peace.